Hello, Redeemer folks. This is Pastor Steve Noll, and I'm giving podcast 39, which I'm calling Growing Up Big. As I'm preaching on Jesus the Adolescents this coming Sunday, I couldn't help but thinking of one of my favorite movies, Big, 1988, starring a young, indeed a very young, Tom Hanks. Big is one of an entire genre of coming-of-age stories. Think Romeo and Juliet, David Copperfield, Pride and Prejudice. The hero of Big is a just-turned 13-year-old boy named Josh Baskin, who has the yearnings of an adolescent, but who still has the body of a child. As an aside, I can remember when I was cut from the junior high basketball team, and the coach said to me, "Son, I can teach these big fellows how to dribble and shoot, but I can't teach you how to grow." So Josh puts a quarter in the slot of Zoltar and makes a wish. "I wish I were big." And Zoltar replies, "Your wish is granted." When Josh wakes up the next morning with a 13-year-old soul in Tom Hanks's body, great humor commences. Avoiding his mother, who thinks he is a thief, he leaves home partly to seek his fortune and partly to undo his wish. As it turns out, Josh's boyishness pays dividends when he gets employed at a toy company, where his insights into what kids want lead to promotion and to a romance with fellow employee Susan, who has slept her way up the corporate ladder, but who is attracted to Josh's naivete. Josh seems to have broken through into adulthood until his kid buddy Billy reminds him and tells him that he has found Zoltar. Josh dashes away from Susan and takes a cab to the abandoned amusement park and finds Zoltar. "I want to be a kid again," Josh says. And Zoltar answers, "Your wish is granted." But not quite yet. Susan catches up with him and finally realizes the truth. "You really are a kid." This is now the dialogue. "Josh, I've been thinking about this, and there are a million reasons for me to go home, but there is only one reason for me to stay." Susan, "What? What reason is that?" Josh, "Well, you." "Oh, come on, don't cry." Susan, "So, what are you, 15? 16? Josh, "I'm 13. Susan, "Well, that explains it." Here's my comment on that. The "it," I think, has to do with sex. Josh, "Maybe you could come with me." Susan, No. Josh, "Why not?" Susan, "I've been there before. It's hard enough the first time. You know what I mean?" "No, you don't know what I mean." "Come on, I'll drive you home." Josh, "I'm sorry." Susan, "No, I'll be okay. You'll be fine. In 10 years, who knows? Maybe you should hold on to my number." The final scene of the movie moves from comedy to a truly touching denouement for Josh, for Susan, and for a third major character, Josh's mother. As I see it, Susan herself comes of age in realizing there's a maternal love which transcends mounting the corporate ladder. Anyway, if you care to, go to the link that I have in my podcast text to see this final scene. So, how does this movie review apply to Jesus the adolescent? Well, come to church on Sunday, and I'll say more. But Big did call to my mind an ancient hymn to Jesus Christ that begins this way. Master of eager youth, controlling, guiding, lifting our hearts to truth, new power providing. Shepherd of innocence, thou art our confidence. To thee, our sure defense, we bring our praises. You see, due to our fallen human nature, we're all spiritual adolescents. Only Jesus has truly mastered the eager youthfulness which pours into a young man or woman in their body at puberty. But because he has been tempted and defeated the tempter, he can shepherd our wayward thoughts and desires. He can be both our defense and our confidence. Zoltar is not the answer. Jesus Christ is the only way to true maturity, to full manhood and womanhood. Have a good week, friends.